It all started in September of 2021 with an invitation and a risk. I was playing in a pickleball tournament, and that's where I met and beat Kyler Albert, the middle school director. And he had invited us to come to Five Oaks. And interestingly, just that week, we had been praying for an opportunity for two of our children, Isaac and Esther Grace, to make a connection in youth group. And so we're not super spontaneous individuals, but it seemed providential to us. And so we decided to come visit, and we came the next day.
Fast forward 2025, and it has been neat to see God work and answer prayers. Isaac and Esther Grace have flourished at Five Oaks. They've made friends who love Jesus, and they've been surrounded by loving adults who pray for them and encourage them in their faith journey with all its ups and downs. This past summer, we had the privilege as a family to be a part of the Panama mission trip, which led to Esther Grace taking steps toward baptism. And it was such a joy and a praise to God to see our daughter share her testimony and publicly declare her faith in Jesus. This past fall, the church came around Isaac as he was starting to plan a pickleball club for his high school. And for the past several months, the church has opened its doors and allowed students to come after school and play pickleball in their gym. And it's so encouraging because many of these students wouldn't step into a church, but yet this allows them to come to a safe place and a place to have fun and enjoy a sport that they love.
In January of 2024, I was at the Men's Summit, and Mina texted me on Sunday morning to say that Isaac, who has asthma, was really struggling to breathe. The text just kept coming, and then finally she said that she was going to call 911. And that's just not something that she would do unless things were dire. And so I told Kyler that I had to rush to the hospital in St. Paul, which is about 90 minutes away. And while I was driving there, Pastor Henry called me, and he was actually out of town at the time, and he had prayed for me. It's not something that I expected at all, but God knew that this is exactly the kind of encouragement that I needed at that particular moment. Later on, I found out that the 80 or so men at the summit had ended up praying for Isaac, and Kyler had also reached out to Laura Page, and she had alerted the group that meets before Sunday service called The Huddle, and they had also prayed for Isaac. Fortunately, he made a full recovery, but more importantly, what we see as a huge blessing is that there are folks at Five Oaks who will pray when things go sideways.
We see that God used Kyler to invite us, and we took a risk in visiting a new church, and we have been blessed ever since. So thank you, Five Oaks. We appreciate you as our church and our church family, and we love you, and we are just so grateful to be here.
I agree.